Previously on D7R TV.
Yeah. Hey. Something going on. What's Hey. All work, no pleasure. I ain't here to make friends, big stepper. Hey, bad guy, Heath Ledger. Ready for whatever, I'll be front and center. Don't fly too close to the sun, your body chopped up by propellers. Came in arrogant, but left out in a stretcher. The comparison, y'all know y'all couldn't replicate it. Chilling in the desert, I'm good under pressure.
Stick around when we hold it down, look at what we found.
This a marathon, not a sprint, let's go 100 miles.
On the ground, when we to the clouds, never coming down.
That's the crown on me, wear it proud.
Everybody, I'm Carl and welcome back to D7R TV. As some of you may notice, I'm standing in front of the Sierra and it's time for another anticipated Sierra video. It's not through choice why it's been so long in between videos, but we had some issues we needed to rectify. We had some other jobs that we needed to get out the way, get in and out, and we had to get the Sierra engine out again. Engine out again, you say? Yes, I'll elaborate on that a little bit more. When I fitted the engine back in, because I did it by myself, I couldn't quite line up the spigot bearing properly and it ended up destroying it. But I only found that issue out when I tried to hook up the clutch cable and the clutch fork fell off. I don't know why, but it was engine out, sort the clutch fork out, and then I noticed the spigot bearing was cabbaged. So we ordered another spigot bearing, pressed it into place. I got Dale at Bailey Performance up so he could give me a hand lining it all up properly, and everything went swimmingly. We now have a working clutch. The engine's sat in and it should be the last time it's out now, with a bit of luck. But there's other things as well, what we've done in the meantime. It wasn't worth filming, but we can get you up to speed on that right now. Right, the bay. As some of you may notice, we have the alternator all lined up and set up. And this is a kit from DA Performance Engineering. I got in touch with David to have a look at solutions of what we could use, because it's better to get an off-the-shelf part and not have to do all the figuring out behind it. We did have to modify it because this kit is for a Zetec converted Fiesta, but we made it work. It's a nice kit and he does some nice parts for the Ford range, so go take a look at his website. But now that's another biggie off the list. Everything should work as it should. As I said, I had to modify it a little bit. I had to make some custom spacers and stuff and move a few things around. I lengthened the adjuster because I needed more pull on the belt to get some more tension. I still need to adjust it a little bit more, but at the moment it's going to serve its purpose. Another thing, we tried to hook up the radiator and the intercooler together, and this intercooler is off an RS500 Sierra and is absolutely massive and serious overkill for this build. So when we try and line it all up, this actually sits really close to the power steering pulley, and that's just not going to work. So this would be your top, these two ports here. Turbo sits down here somewhere, so it would be up and into this port here, and it's not quite the best application, so we've ordered another intercooler and we'll probably sell this one on. But we do have to modify the radiator because there's a few ports that we need to weld in to fit the thermostat from the heater matrix, sorry. There's one down here somewhere from the header tank that needs to go in. There's another one from the bottom of the header tank that needs to go in, and these ports are not on the radiator that we got, so we need to weld some fittings in. Easy work. So here's our radiator we're using. It's a Gravity Performance one, and I've already installed the 6mm fitting in. I need to weld that up. Then we've got 2 19s to go in. So that should cover us for our heater matrix and the header tank. This fits in the bay perfectly on its original mounting position, but with that RS500 intercooler in there, it sits 20mm out of its original positioning, and that's not going to work. So we'll make bracketry to make a smaller intercooler work, and it'll be just enough cooling for the turbo, and that will be a win. So what's the topic of today? Well, it's downpipe time, and we're going to be using a selection of pie cuts. They're called pie because they're like slices of pie, basically to make a 90-degree bend or a 45-degree bend, or however many degrees you want to go. 5 of these make a 90-degree bend. This is 3-inch 3/16 stainless steel, and we've got this little custom piece here, which I can't really show you how to make because this come out of my offcuts pile. Basically what it was, when I make exhaust and I need a Y pipe to separate into 2 different exhaust exits, we have to cut a 90-degree bend down. So if we slice it down the middle of here and the middle of the other one, they will make a perfectly round circle in the middle, and then this piece will be surplus to requirements. And will look like this. So what we've done is made a little pattern, lined it up on here, and we've made a custom little pie cut section. And this is for our wastegate. And because it's an internal wastegate, we need some clearance for the gate flap to open, or the gate to open. And that is going to sit something like this onto the turbo exhaust flange. Best thing about using the pie cuts, what you can't use with an individual mandrel bend, is you can clock your pie cuts to whatever direction you would like. So it isn't actually going to be a 90-degree bend. It could be like 10 here, 10 there, 10 there, and you can make a swooping S all with these individual little pieces, whereas you can't with this. So if you wanted your bend to go something like this and kick off at an angle, a pie cut just does it better. And it's a really tight radius as well. This is 1.5D radius, which is 1.5 degrees of radius, I believe. Sorry if that's incorrect, but that's how I believe it is. A 1D is a tighter radius, that's a 1.5D. And this makes the transition much closer to the flange and helps you get into them really tight spaces, whereas you'd have to cut a big section of this off, probably about 70mm, and about 70mm there, and it'll still stick out quite a bit more than your pie cut would. So that's that, winning. Right, we're going to talk about hardware. We're welding stainless steel, so we're using a Michael Furic FUPA12 gas lens, not the ceramics that you use for the aluminium, for boost pipes, etc. But we're using a gas lens, and what this does is give you excellent gas coverage and gives you the sexy rainbows you all like on exhaust. Winning. And then what we're going to be doing is we're going to be tacking this, then getting it on to the exhaust flange, the turbo flange, and building up our little sections and transitioning the way we want to give us good clearance around the engine bay and down underneath the bulkhead, ready for us to build an exhaust. So let's go. got our base done and the start, we're going to start transitioning around and start making the downpipe. So it's time to go full send. Let's go. Right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the downpipe fabbed up. It's not welded yet, that'll be next, but from the turbo down to this 3-inch V-band where our exhaust that we need to fabricate will connect to, that's how that's done.
So baby, stay with
this episode for the Sierra. I know it's been a minute since the last video, and I promise you more videos on the Sierra will be coming way before the clear ones, so don't panic. We made a nice new downpipe, and that's the start of our exhaust system. We've got the boxes and all the materials we need to make that, so that will be coming up in the next episode. We're also going to be doing an underbody protection as well, and we'll be showing you how to apply that and explain what it does. So thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, all that jazz, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.